Yo, Q, what up? Yo, Q,
Man, I'm keeping it real. What up, Duan?
Welcome
Let's get it.
to Not Just Music, where we keep it real and honest.
Always.
My mama praying, telling me, Q, you need to chill. They can't respect the truth from just honest.
What's going on? It's your boy, Duan Barrino from Not Just Music Podcast. Quincy Murdoch in the building as always.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
What's happening? What's the biz? I
don't even know, man. Another week, another Thursday, another 8 p.m. Another chance to spread love to you good people. Hopefully everybody's doing good this week. Hopefully everybody's hitting goals. Hopefully everybody's getting to their successes they should and try to do all the time. Yeah. Another week up, man. What's the happenings? Any talkings? Any business in your brand? Any business outside your brand? Anything new?
Life, man. Life is life, and life is looking good. The personal life getting good. You know what I'm saying? Personal growth. That's the most important thing. That's part of the black culture community. I think is important. Your health, your mental. Your surroundings, everything's looking good. So make sure y'all keep a check on that. Your health and your family and your loved ones, keep ones around you. It's going to uplift you,
Definitely.
But the business is good too, man. But, I can't complain about anything. So
that's good.
Yeah.
New month. And we've been in this month. And one thing we haven't talked about this month is this is Women's History Month.
Word.
Along with, of course, as I said, with the situation of pushing black topics now, I want to, especially in Venice.
Shout out to them black women.
But any women any women, any invention-driven women, you probably don't even know. Don't try to guess. Just say no, yes or no. Because there's a lot of them out here, bro.
You say inventors?
Black inventors.
The girl that made the weave, the hair.
That man say girl who made the weave.
The hair.
She ain't make the hair or the weave. She ain't. It was a
man that made it.
Nah. You talking about the
made the hair?
You was speaking no. You mean the straightening comb, and hair products.
Who made the weave? It wasn't a black woman.
Wasn't a black woman made the weave. Synthetic hair that goes along with saying wigs and stuff like that.
So a white woman made that? We ain't even. I know it's off topic, but I'm saying I'm surprised.
I don't think it was.
Yo, what's going on? Q, I got the answer, brother. They consider the Egyptians to be the creators of the wigs. They say Egyptians are also credited with inventing wigs. Wigs were usually worn for ceremonial purposes and were created using human hair, vegetable fibers, and sheep's wool. They are often attached using beeswax. So there's your short answer, bro. All right? Peace.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was, no. No, I don't think it was.
But let me think. I know black women that made history, a lot of black women. Serena Williams, who we talked about in the past.
That's a considerable.
Yeah. I don't know no inventors though. I'm real. I don't know no inventors, man.
Well, first off, let me say this. Shout out to all the women.
Yeah.
Who are. I ain't gonna put a strict line of color on it yet, but I'm gonna just say shout out to all the women. But again, this is us here at Not Just Music Podcast, so we speak black folk. So shout out to all the black women. Shout out to all the black inspirational women. Shout out to all the women who get up daily and get out here and get to it on the usual.
Shout out to my mama. Yeah.
Making it happen. We appreciate y'all though, giving y'all flowers, man. Y'all don't ever as I say, women get more months in a year than we do. Mother's Day, and y'all get Women's History Month. So
we don't even get Father's Day most time.
We barely get a Father's Day, so it's not even 24 hours of love. But anyway, anyway, first off, there are a lot of black inventors, of course.
Yeah.
Many of them do not get, well, a lot of them are heard of, and especially we were speaking of black men. We were going down the list in February, and I noticed a lot of women that were actually black. And of course, me being me, I did my research because the case of that's what I've been wanting to do lately. So I'm gonna run down a couple of them for y'all people who are known as patented. There's the word patent again.
Yeah,
patented.
patent. That means, can I explain? Cause I won't feel smart right now. That means when you put your stamp on something you create, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. Simple. That's it. Put a stamp. That's putting a stamp on your approval.
See, I'm listening.
On what you created. So
Yes,
that's simple. That's you straightforward to the point. But these are some that don't get heard of. So let's go through them. Some of them. If we stroll off on topic conversation with whoever, that's cool. First, Shirley Jackson. She created the fiber optic cables. In history, black folks have, especially moving into about the early 2000s, fiber optic cables became a very big thing for people who use internet.
Yeah.
Especially if you have fiber optic cables in your neighborhood, you probably got some blazing fast internet. So I know that for myself because at my house,
like Duan Barino,
fiber optic cables all through our neighborhood,
Yes.
and I'm taking advantage of every single inch of that.
Yes.
But let me give a little small story on her. As the first African American woman to graduate with a doctorate in particle physics, Dr. Shirley Jackson's inventions are the foundation for a lot of modern technology. She started her career at Bell Telephones, helping to invent developments like touch tone dialing and call waiting. Most impressively, Dr. Jackson also invented fiber optic cables, an assembly that links communication systems around the world. So again, like I said, fiber optic, guess what? Black woman did that. So we got to shout out her. Secondly, Marie Van Britten Brown, which a lot of people know who she is. She was the home video security system. A black woman, as the first few lines of this says, well, the first line says, black women protect everyone.
Nosy.
Just
nosy.
Nosy. It's a thing of safety. But black women protect everyone.
That
is
makes
the
sense.
First sentence of hers.
That makes
then
sense.
It says, Marie Van Britten Brown, a nurse from Jamaica, Queens, New York, was the literal example of that fact because of her late schedule, coupled with odd hours of her electronics technician husband, Albert Brown. She wanted to develop a way to see who was at her door when she was at home alone. Together, the two invented the video home security system in 1966. 1966. So think about that. I mean, you talking about something people have had on their security systems and the surveillance cameras and all of that stuff. That was from a black woman.
It's nosy.
Black woman.
Thank you, though.
She developed it. And, again, Q said she's like nosy, but I think it was a sense of she flipped it in a way to make it seem as if
Why you think she did it?
She flipped it. Like they said, look, black women protect everyone. So in the case of they protecting themselves and they protecting everyone else. That's what they meant by everyone. That's the line.
Yeah.
That's what it say. And so when she was home alone,
It's
together,
funny how they put it though.
Exactly. And this was in 1966.
You know she black.
And check it out. The couple's patent was granted to them in 1969. See how deep this you see what I mean? How
Yeah.
the situation, and this is what I was saying with the patents. You know, like me and Pops were talking about it, and I was like, man, like how do I make sense of all the black people that didn't get their stamp of approval?
Yeah, that's stuff patent.
To say that it's a lot of them that went that we'll probably never know of, But I'm gonna point them out. So y'all stay tuned. Over the next few weeks, I'm gonna start unfolding these and just letting y'all hear.
Yes,
Especially those that stole some ideas and made it their own. But again, you gonna see and hear. Just wait and see. Third woman of color, Valerie Thomas. Shout out to you, flowers. And for this one, you came up with the 3D movie.
Word.
In 1980, NASA physicist Valerie Thomas invented the illusion transmitter, a device that uses concave mirrors to protect multi-dimensional images onto a screen displayed screen. The technology would lend way to modern day 3D movies and is a device that NASA still uses today. The revolutionist is 79 years old and enjoying retirement in Baltimore. So shout out to you, Valerie Thomas. I mean,
yeah,
a lot of that stuff, especially I remember 3D phase, when that 3D phase started to become real big in like the 80s, right before the 90s came in, and the situation of 3D glasses and all that stuff, man, bro, it was like, I think I was like maybe 4 or 5.
Carol Wins
when I first caught that first phase of 3D, bro. Like it was like, wow. It was like, and then when they did, but yeah, Carowinds was one, and at the Discovery, and the Discovery Center was, or the Discovery Place uptown. They had I think it was the Omnimax, basically 3D theater. Man, we went in there for the first time, bro.
We don't have stuff like that no more, man.
Because 3D is considered old now.
AI.
Because 4D, AI and 4D started becoming a thing of. 5D is probably getting to become a thing of too. So it's just, but shout out to Valerie Thomas for getting that 3D.
Shout out Valerie.
3D situation popping off for us.
Yes, sir.
Another one, Sarah E. Good. And this is gonna blow you. What you think she created?
Sarah E. Good.
You'll be blown. Think of something that's modern that we probably took for granted for a long time, and we probably didn't even know this was a black woman who created it. So and remember, I told you we get creative because we said black people get creative, and it has to do with home, something in a home, and it has something to do with guests. When the guests come over, what do guests need?
Something to drink.
And when somebody comes and is a guest at your house and they're staying overnight, what is something they're going to need at your house?
Some cover.
What else? What is the cover going on?
A bed.
Okay. What do you think she created?
The bed springs.
Hold up.
The bed.
The fold out bed.
The fold out. Projects. Yep.
So you remember how I said black people get creative? So let's read it. If you've ever stayed at a relative's house or squeezed into a South Beach hotel room, you've probably been grateful for Sarah E. Good's invention. Born into slavery, Good became the second black woman to receive a U.S. patent, so she's number 2. With her invention of the fold-out bed, she and her carpenter husband, listen to that, she and her carpenter husband.
Why these women on their game and these men ain't like that? These women on their game are patting and getting this on, but these men ain't. What? Go ahead, though.
Okay, no. Archibald opened a furniture store in Chicago upon being granted freedom at the end of Civil War. The Goods were able to help their neighbors who were living in smaller apartments. Listen to that. Another situation. And didn't have much space for big furniture by developing cabinet beds, or the Murphy bed as it's known as today. Next person, Ray Huntley. Ray Huntley. She came up with the contactless locker system in 2019. And this is a modern day inventor. In 2019, computer electronics and engineering, aficionado, that's what they call it, aficionado. Ray Huntley came up with the idea to improve the restaurant pickup process after she stood in line for 20 minutes to grab an order that was already waiting at the register. It just so happens that Huntley and her co-founders James Bagley and Marcus Gunn had actually created a viable solution for contactless order pickup during the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020. The Lavy Inc. smart food lockers helped struggling restaurants across the country increase sales while protecting customers with minimal interaction. Huntley's patent was published last year, which was 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago in 2021. So shout out to you, because a lot of people really did not know how that heated locker system works, because you see them in a lot of restaurants now, more so in pizza restaurants than anything. But next, and Sumato is her name, I think. She came up with the stem cell.
She black.
She's black. Can't forget, you remember I said these mixed situations.
That threw me off.
Huh?
That threw me off.
I told you. Coming up with these last names, I said when they started mixing them situations, and man, they switched the whole names and what you think you're gonna get. Dr. Ann, I'm thinking I'm saying her name right, Sumato, is celebrated for her research in 12 patents that have 12 patents that have furthered the understanding of the circulatory system of cancer patients. Her inventions, such as stem cell isolation, inch us closer to a cure than we've ever been. Dr. Sumato has a PhD in immunology and macrobiology. So shout out to her, and big shout out to you.
Macaroni.
Mom Dukes had cancer, so she beat cancer. It's been like 6 years now, about to be 7 years. My mom has been cancer free. So again, if it had anything to do with that, I appreciate you, because I did not know that until now. So that's a good find. We'll keep moving. Shout out to her again. Number 7 is Lyda D. Newman. I've heard of her. And here we go. You want to bring in hair? Here goes a hair situation. Lyda D. Newman. She invented the hairbrush with synthetic bristles.
Firm 8.
Flossie Wong Stahl's HIV test and molecular knife. Dr. Flossie Wong Stahl found her love for science while attending primary school in Hong Kong. She was the first woman in her family to ever work outside of home, but her parents were very supportive of her and her educational pursuits. Wong Stahl is heralded for her postdoctoral breakthrough work with Robert Gallo at the National Cancer Institute, where she began her research into retroviruses. In only 2 years, she became the first researcher to clone HIV and completed genetic mapping of the virus. This work made it possible to develop HIV tests. Shout out to Flossie Wong again. Number 9, Alice H. Parker, central heating air system and natural gas. Depending on where you are in the country, it may still be cold outside. That heating system you're using is predicated on the patent of inventor Alice H. Parker. Parker was born in New Jersey, but later attended Howard University in Washington, D.C. Both cold cities. In the winter, she wanted to develop a way to heat an entire home more effectively than a wood-burning fireplace. Her 1919 patent became the precursor for the central HVAC system's modern buildings uses today. And number 10, be the last one for today. And Janet Rita Emerson Bashan's Link Line software, alongside her computer scientist cousin Janet Rita Emerson Bashan, developed software that could securely store information about her equal employment opportunity cases. This database, called Linkline, not only helped her sort and retrieve information internally, but it also used the internet to make the information about each case available to employers and employees at multiple work sites. She's the first African American woman in the United States to hold a software patent. So shout out to you, Janet Rita Emerson Bashan.
Yeah.
Now, as the case is now, this is Women's History Month, considerably Women's Month, but Women's History Month. So again, as I was asking you, you said you never read any books basically concerning or written by women. What was the reason why you said this was the case?
Because for one, the school system never taught us that. Mm-hmm. They never taught us. We rarely talked about black at that.
Tell the truth.
We rarely talked about black, and we rarely talked about women at that. So the most forgotten race and gender is black women. I feel, you know what I'm saying, because you know they gonna recognize you know LeBrons, you know the big names, you know the Kobe's, you know the black eventers, you know all this stuff. They gonna push it, you know, historical people. But you don't know a lot of black historical women, black women, you know. So that's part of the reason why, because I mean, first of all, just the lack of knowledge to research myself, and you know what we've been taught, which they don't
teachings
teach us.
come out differently in your brain when you think about it. It's one of those things where, you know, a lot of these teachers now, I think they're trying to do their own thing
For real.
in teaching, because the women teachers out there are very savvy to wanting kids to learn effectively, and especially those that are women driven, like the black person. I'm black and I'm proud.
Yeah.
I'm a woman and I'm proud.
Yeah.
Especially the one I know that of my cousin. She does that a lot. She pushes women's studies so that women and kids too, because kids need to know.
Yeah.
Like you said, because we didn't get it.
Hey, can I say something?
Yeah.
I also seen a black. I also seen a black teacher rephrasing Sexy Red lyrics too.
Tell
So
the truth.
we have that too. We have those type of teachers too. We, you know what I'm saying, like you ain't learning nothing but what really ain't really important. You're learning all the, you know, study ABCs. You learning Sexy Red lyrics. So I seen, and there's viral clips of this stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, you got clips of that too. But like, you have the good black women too. But you know, black women are going, like, my point is, they're gonna push a narrative, man. Like, even if it's black women, vulgar, historical, positive, negative, they're gonna push women, it seems like, to the fullest. A strong black woman.
And you know what I love about one thing too, especially when it comes down to women, too now.
And they know how to get your attention. They know how to teach. I mean,
it's and
fundamentals.
that's the science of a woman, because a woman has that touch.
Yeah.
Women just know how to, even if it's the case of, I'm not saying manipulate, but it's just easy to they're understanding how to manipulate a situation to make it easier for somebody to understand. Men are just like direct.
And I say
you
patience.
get it or you don't.
Patience is a key. Patience is a key. You know what I'm saying? Because men don't have that patience. They a lot of kids acting crazy and stuff like that. Man, what am I gonna do? Women just start ski. You know what I'm saying? And the class just get, you know what I'm saying? And
Get the class elevated.
Now they cool now.
Connected,
you know? So,
connection.
Yeah.
Know how to connect. I feel that, I mean, even just years and years of being appreciative of women is one of those it's overlooked and underlooked. One, because, I mean, you got parents, you know, that we see now as mostly women taking care of the households. I mean, it's common. It's been common. It's not like it's a new thing, but now it's more, I think, since women gain in an independent way.
And I see women, the good women, slowly but surely coming out, exposing themselves. Like, I think there were good women were more attentive. Like, they didn't want to be seen, they didn't want to be heard. You know, you know, you had all the wrong type of women broadcasting this and showing this and that. But now you have the good women, the mothers, the great mothers, you know, showing examples of that. And that's what we need, you know, because if we don't have that example, that's when the stereotyping from men come in, and we start calling them bees and hoes, and you know what I'm saying? And that's where the division come in. But once you see something new, it can open your eyes and change your perspective. You know what I'm saying? So this is deep conversation, putting light on women to show you ain't got to be half naked. You ain't got to be, you know, fit in the crowd. You ain't got to, you know what I'm saying, do negativity to be beautiful in and out, or be talented, or be seen or recognized, you know. And that's why I'm glad we're doing this, bringing recognition to these women.
The creativity of a woman is very, very unique. I mean, there's nothing short to say that. I mean, you have some creative men that are very creative due to, you know, just of having a creative woman in their life.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Exactly. Throw that in there too. A
Yeah.
great man, behind every great man is a great what?
the creativity of a woman is what makes it be okay, because the yes and the no's, and it ain't the case of saying the yes and the no's are need to be there, but they help.
Yeah.
Because having that second eye plays
yeah.
into like I said, the makes it okay. Well, this is, if this person says yes, it's a yes. This person says no, it kind of gives you like, okay, well, makes you think.
And it ain't even about the money. It
Yeah.
ain't even about the money when it comes to it. It's just about the feeling, the energy. You know, somebody is there. She gonna ride or die for you. You know what I'm saying? She gonna support you. You know that. So you know, that's what it's really about. It's bigger than money. It's that type of love that a man can't give.
Definitely.
You know? So
Definitely.
yeah.
I feel over the next 10 years though, there'll be another change in the situation of the woman. So let's just look at Kamala Harris, you know,
Yeah.
a woman vice president. This is the first time this has ever happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So imagine the next 10 years of what it's going to be. Women of power starting to become bigger and bigger and bigger. Like we was talking about with the hip hop game.
Yeah.
Music, with the R&B, music, same thing. Women are the defiant ones right now in most of all of these industries. Look at it. It's just slowly
You
starting
got
to
your
take.
scissors, the hers, you know, the name a few. You got they taking over radio waves, you know.
Nikki, same
Yeah,
thing. The
Nicki,
everybody that's at the top of these chains are women. Top of the food chain right now. On mostly every level.
Yeah.
And
they outworking these men too.
they're about to say
They outworking these
you
men.
have to respect
They
them
outworking
because
these
they're
men.
outworking them.
Look at these men, and I'm gonna just call it out. Look at the ones that was hot.
Yeah.
You know, in the 2000s, the COVID era, it was men driven.
Yeah.
Baby was popping. You know, the baby, all the, you know what I'm saying, Charlotte. You know, all of them was popping, and it slew down. You seen a decrease in the hip hop, hip hop.
Bad.
You know what I'm saying? Now you see women taking over. You know what I'm saying? Even Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hated to Love It. Like,
she did.
They grinding.
I mean, she outworked the people.
They working. Yeah,
they outworking them, man. And that's we have the black women to thank for this too. Not even the white women. Even, hate to say this, but it's true, even white men have gravitated to the black woman.
Oh, they love our African
even more
women.
so. They've always loved, but now it's
they love them.
They put devotion. It's devoted. It's not like one of those. Oh, this is what I'm saying. So just like with the black. What we talk about, how we speak of the black community. The black community, we try to change each other. Isn't it?
Okay.
A lot of black men and black women are known for changing each other or putting up effort to change one another.
Yeah, black women want to change black men too.
Yeah,
they put that in there.
It's together. That's what I said. Black men and black women try to do things to change each other. And I'm going to ask the question to you, and I noticed this due to past conversations that we had and podcasts that we had. We talked about it, and white women do not try to change our race in any manner. They try to find a way in without changing or ripping apart what we already know and what we were already built to be.
Yeah.
So
and can I say this?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I think it's the same with white women. White women don't try to change black men, if you notice. Mm-hmm. So I think, you notice how black women will run to the white man, black man will run to. So it makes sense now. The black man will run to the white woman. It's because we're trying to change each other. We're not trying to work with each other. And we want our ice cream and cake and eat it too. Like we want everything our way. Like I say, this ain't Build a Bear. You know what I'm saying? You can't build a person from head to toe. You can't build them. So we all gonna come with some baggage or some flaws, but like you can work with that. If it's something you can work with it. But go ahead.
Definitely. No, that's all I was saying. The situation was basically like I was saying with especially we speaking of women. Women
As I say, black women and white women. Of course, a lot of black men look at black women a certain way. A lot of black men look at white women a certain way.
Yeah.
Every person has their taste and have their say so towards it. Considerably though, that's one thing I feel that is a good thing about having a black person, or more so a black woman in your life, because a black woman is constantly going to understand going through changes and putting up a effort to change things. It's because that's just the way they were built. It's necessary for that to be that way.
That's in black, period.
Yeah.
The struggle mentality to bounce back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The struggle's gonna come.
And most of the Caucasian household, of course, you know, a lot of people feel that could be a help for a good recipe. But again, you look at the Caucasian race, their generational situation is pretty strong. It hasn't changed much along the years because they're not.
They so used to everything going good and going.
They don't have to worry about change.
They don't got to worry about change.
There you go.
But when they throw that change in, will they break or will they stick?
Yeah. And that's why most. And again, this is why most, I said, women, black women, have had and seen struggle, especially those of the common. Like now, the modern woman now, they see struggle totally different than most, because struggle is more, I hate to say that, it's norm.
It is.
It's norm. Struggling is a normal thing.
It's normal to me.
So, and a woman can take it more than a man per se, because men fold due to they're not patient enough.
Yeah.
A woman has a lot more patience due to, especially than gearing towards black men. Black men really are impatient. I know I get impatient at times. I've actually told you I've worked on it. It took me a long time to get to this point.
Yeah.
I ain't just get here.
You surprised me sometimes. I'll be like, bro.
But I got here because of a woman though. It's not like the patience just came.
Hold on, say that again, bro. You got this far. How you get to this?
Because
point?
of a woman.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to
right
all of the impactful women in my life.
Facts.
From moms to aunties, grandmas, down to spouse. Like you can't. Even friends, even true women friends that were genuine to what I wanted to say, things that needed to be said, or I needed to hear it. It came from a black woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might have sounded crazy to me at that point in time when they said it. Yeah. And I might have been like, what you say to me? You know what I'm saying? But then again,
that's what you need though. Like what I say, that medicine, they gonna whoop you because they love you. They gonna whoop you because they care. Yeah. White, be real. White woman might not correct you. She gonna let you go to prison. She gonna let you crash out. Yeah. A black woman gonna at least try. She gonna beat you and curse you out enough. You just like your daddy, and you know she gonna insult you, but
the love.
Then she come back in there. You hungry?
Yeah, the love is there. The care is there.
You want something to eat.
And that's respected, man, because you don't get it. You don't get it until
that's real.
You don't feel it until you get it.
True love.
Because people are getting your life and tear some things apart. You know, and even if it was a woman, most cases, if it tore you apart, you learned something from it.
Well, facts. You
know what I'm saying? It ain't like facts. I just had this bad, man. She was just the worst thing I ever. But it kills me though. Why talk about it? And you were with her. Evidently, you learned something. Yeah. Don't need to feel.
God gonna bless you.
Yeah, don't get your feelings off of it, because in most cases you learn something. If you learn something, that's good. That was the plan. You should have.
Yeah,
you should have. Yeah. But exactly. But y'all, we done talked.
Shout out to them black women.
Believe it or not, it's been, I think we done went overtime. But again, most of these people we talked about in this episode were women.
Black.
And women of color. I definitely wanted to push it because we are at an end of a month now when this will release. It'll be at the end of the month.
Yeah.
We really appreciate women of color.
Yes.
And women who have made history and made a very big impact on us.
Yes.
Around the world, not just the black community, but for every community, for every culture. Y'all did something that everybody could use. So we give you flowers for that. Any closing, bro?
No, shout out to the black women, because I was raised by black women. That's all I know. That's in my DNA. I just always seen women as resilient, hardworking, standing up for themselves, and they're gonna be in there in them courtrooms when you get locked up. They're gonna be in there praying. Them the ones, and that judge see that energy. That judge see that energy of them black moms. And when he about to give you that license, he might have some sympathy for you because of that mama, and she ain't gotta say a word, but she praying.
Or that wife, or that spouse, or that girlfriend that's there to back.
But
you.
listen though, them homeboys ain't gonna be there.
They
The
ain't
ones
gonna
you
be
was
there.
crashing
No,
out with in
they
the
ain't gonna
streets,
be there.
you look back there, mama there though.
Mama there.
Black mama there. Big mama. So yeah. Shout out to them black women, them black queens. I put it like that.
All right, man. Well, y'all, we appreciate y'all. And another Not Just Music podcast. Your boy Duan Marino, Quincy Murdoch in the building as always. Oh yeah, subscribe, like,
Subscribe.
everything. Website, y'all know it. If you already on there, you already there. Do whatever you want.
Merchandise. Get them t-shirts.
Get it. Everything is there. Click anything you want to click on this website. If you want audio, you got plenty of audio. If you want video, you got plenty of video. I guarantee you can't listen to it all in one day or 1 week probably.
Hey, we don't never put this in. Also, we got a package. If you want us to help shoot your material, edit it, you know what I'm saying? It's a package, you know what I'm saying, for that. Yeah, support, man.
And
It's
if you
great
ain't
quality.
noticed that by now, you definitely slow go. We been if you ain't noticed, we 80 something, almost 100 episodes in all with everything together. So you should be knowing by
Facts.
now. If you need anything media wise, you should have been hollered at it.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, Not Just Music Podcast, Duan Marino, Quincy Murdoch, and I'm out.
Yeah.
What's going on? It's your boy Duan Marino from Not Just Music Podcast. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tune in next time.